Hi everyone, this is Group 4 screencast for Step 4. Our research question is, how will teaching parents of children with specific language impairment to perform conversational recast treatment affect the language performance of these children? And based on pre-existing research, we are hypothesizing that teaching parents of children with SLI to perform conversational recast treatment will significantly improve the language performance and communication abilities of these children. Because language development begins with communication with one's caregivers, we suspect that teaching their primary communicators how to implement an evidence-based treatment and extending speech therapy into the home, the communication skills of these children will see improvements. For our study, 25 parents of children with specific language impairment will be recruited from a single school district. In order to be considered for participation, the parents must have a child in the first grade who is diagnosed with SLI and does not receive speech therapy outside of the school setting. Parents with children with a hearing loss or other speech disorders or learning disabilities will be excluded from the study. For the design of our study, we will employ an A-B style design. Baseline condition will be established through the use of pre-training audio recordings of language samples analyzed by the SALT software. Each subsequent experimental phase will remeasure and reanalyze language samples to determine whether or not improvements in language performance are found. One month before the start of parent training, baseline levels will be obtained for each child. They will listen to a recording of the story Frog, Where Are You? And retell it using a wordless picture book. Following the collection of the sample, the systematic analysis of language transcripts, or SALT software, will be used to analyze the sample. Obtaining these measures of baseline will enable the researchers to gauge the current language ability of each child and later serve as a comparison to post-training outcomes. In the first cycle of this study, parents will attend a training workshop once a week over the course of 10 weeks, conducted by 3 speech-language pathologists with over 5 years' experience working with children with SLI. Sessions will be 1 hour in length and will discuss conversational recasting, why it is important, how to do it, and how often. They will be given the opportunity to practice on one another and will be encouraged to demonstrate what they have learned when engaging with their child. Following the completion of the 10-week training cycle, language samples using a story retell of Frog, Where Are You? Will be collected and analyzed again to determine if significant improvements post-training have occurred. If no significant improvement is noted, Cycle 2 of the study will begin. Here, the trainings will be extended to general education teachers in the children's schools. Trainings will follow the same structure as the parent trainings and will also be 1 hour in length once a week for 10 weeks. Following the completion of the 10 weeks, a final language sample story retell and analysis will be collected. So that concludes our presentation for Step 4. Thank you.